Happy Tuesday, everybody. There are a couple trapezoid problems that are a little bit tricky, and I want to just provide a help video so that you can see it. I do have the optional note videos from what we would normally do, also in Schoology if there's ever a need for more information. But I just wanted to go through a couple of these problems here with you. We're finding the height of a trapezoid before you find the area. Okay, so today what you're going to find out is the area of this shape is 1/2 the height times the bases added together. Okay, that's the area. So the bases, all right, it's like the top and the bottom of the trapezoid. Okay, so we know that one of the bases is 6. And then the other base, well, if this is a rectangle up here, then if this piece is 6, then this piece is 6. So that means that this has a total of 9, which is B2. Okay, so we have the bases. We don't have what the height is. So if I went back and I was trying to solve this problem, I have 1/2. I don't know what the height is right now, but I know base 1 is 6, and I know base 2 is 9. Okay, so I have to figure out what the height is so I can figure out what the area is. That was supposed to be a question mark. Okay, so I got to figure out what's going on there. All right, so I got to find what this height is. All right, sometimes in a trapezoid problem, they won't tell you how tall it is. You have to figure that out. So it might be a Pythagorean theorem problem or a special right triangle problem. So that's going to be the two possibilities. This one's Pythagorean theorem. All right, if I want to find h right here, I have a right triangle over here, which means I can find h by doing 3 squared plus h squared equal to 5 squared, since 5 is the hypotenuse. Okay, well that's 9 plus h squared equals 25, or if I subtract both sides by 9, then h squared equals 16. The square root of 16 is 4, so h equals 4. All right, so I know that this equals 4 now, which means I can say I do know what the height of the trapezoid is. It's 4. All right, so now that I know what h is, I can figure out the area. So the area is 1/2 times 4 times 15, it looks like. 4 times 15 would be 60. 1/2 of that would be 30. And then I'll just say units squared. Okay, so that's using Pythagorean theorem to find the missing height. All right, you could do it that way, and I'll show you one more. All right, same thing. The area of this trapezoid is 1/2 the height times the bases added together. I think this one ended up being 6 again, it looks like. I put a 6 up top for both of them. That's all right. So if there's a 6 up top, all right, I know that a 6 can be on the bottom. All right, so I can call this one base 1. All right, but I need all of this to figure out what base 2 is. Okay, base 2 will be this entire distance. All right, and since I don't know what this bottom piece is yet right here, I don't know what B2 is yet, and I also don't know what H is yet. Okay, I gotta find H, and I gotta find the blue piece here so I can figure out what B2 is. All right, so over here now we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. All right, I'll make it gold. Okay, this is 30, 60, 90. There would be a 30 up here. Okay, this is a 90. So what we got to do with that is we got to figure out how to get the short leg and long leg if you know what the hypotenuse is. So here's the short leg right here, and then here's the long leg in green. So what we know is the hypotenuse of the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Well, to figure that out then, we know that the hypotenuse is twice as big as the short leg, so we divide by 2 to get the short leg, so that would be a 4. And then we take that 4 to get what h is, The short leg is square root of 3 times shorter than the long leg, so this would be 4 with a square root of 3 after it. So all in all here, B2 is 4 plus 6, which is 10. I know 6 is going to go in my formula, 10 is going to go in my formula, and 4 square root of 3 is going to go in my formula. So I'm ready to solve now. 1/2, the height I saw was 4 square root of 3. Base 1 plus base 2, that would be 6 plus 10. And I'll show a little bit more work here. So we're not going to do anything with the square root of 3 in the calculator. It might ask you to do nearest tenth on the homework or something like that, but I'm just going to go with simplest radical form. I have a 1/2 times 4 times 16. 1/2 times 4 is 2. 2 times 16 is 32. I'm going to say that the exact answer here is 32 times the square root of 3 square units. Okay. So feel free to rewatch that. There's also some more examples in the full video notes, but I wanted to give you guys something to go off of because this can be a little bit tricky. So whenever they take the height away from you in a trapezoid, that's when it can get a little bit weird. So email me, come to Google Meet with any other questions. Have a great day.